Hello everyone and welcome to the stream for tonight. It's a bit of a late one tonight because I didn't think I was going to stream, not after not after the mess that was last night. I've been recovering for most of the day, and having a little trip out to my local city, which yeah, I was flagging quite hard in the morning. But yeah, gonna play some more Space Marine just because I want to do something nice and chill tonight. And then we'll probably get back to Elden Ring or some other games later in the week, I think. Let me just get this on. I always have problems with this game actually picking up on the game capture, so let's just actually see whether it works. There we go. No, it's still not picking up. Yeah, I always have to manually assign this game for some weird reason on Streamlabs. It just does not seem to like. Right, that should hopefully come on in a second. Yeah, there we go. I've always got to manually adjust it as well for the size. I think it's just going to be a running theme with this game that I just have to keep doing this. Every other game automatically assigns it straight on, so yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I don't know why it does this. Yeah, so tonight we're going to do, hopefully, get Chapter 2 completed. Like I said, previous streams, chapters are not too big on this, but yeah, it's quite a fun chapter, this. I have done, like I was saying last time, I've completed this quite a few times now, this game, but it still never gets old. And if you can, I would recommend picking it up, because it's probably very cheap.
The Manufactorum still holds.
Some Imperial Guard units made it here after all.
Yeah, that was another thing I had to mess around with on this, actually. Just going to turn the audio down slightly on this, because it is a very loud game.
They cannot hold for long. We must hurry.
So for anyone who didn't catch the last stream, we basically had to stop an orc-controlled cannon that was taking out all the air support for these guys.
What is that servo
So
skull
we blew
doing?
that up,
Trying
and
to
now we're
deliver a
moving on
message.
to,
Must be damaged.
well, we'll find out.
The seal of the Inquisition. Interesting.
What is the Inquisition doing here?
We're about to find out.
This is Inquisitor Drogan. I need urgent assistance at Manufactorum Ajakis. They're after the experimental device. The device is safe for the time being. I've drawn them off. But now I'm trapped. If I die, you must keep the device out of enemy hands. Or he'll be unstoppable. I needed more time. Was nearly ready.
Good old Inquisition there, doing shady things.
An experimental weapon.
We need to find the Inquisitor before the orcs do. Keep moving. Remain alert.
Right, just need to do one thing before we continue that I've just noticed that I didn't do. Right, there we go, good to go. Yeah, this game, I don't know what it is, but it really just, Streamlabs just does not like it. It has quite a few little problems with audio and display and all sorts, so. But it's just a few little settings I always have to put on for it when I'm streaming this. So it looks like some form of battle has occurred here.
Serve the machine god by joining corpse removal crews at your designated
Lovely.
evacuation center.
Looks like something went down here. Let's get my favourite weapon. cool as a Bolton
Look,
is.
the orcs must be operating that crane.
They will not stop until they break through that wall.
We must disable that crane.
It's just it does look like it is a little bit too loud. In fact, I'm just going to do that now because I can see it is. It's not maxing it out, but it's getting there. Because this game just tends to. I think the best thing about this game's close combat is that it actually does have combos on it. So it's kind of reminds me a little bit of like Dynasty. I don't know if anyone's played it, like the old school Dynasty Warrior games or Dynasty Warrior, whichever ones you know. I don't really know how you say it, but and if anyone who's played them games know that there's always winning combos of things. Combos are very good at killing crowds of enemies or single enemies. So. This game gives you that feeling again, except you're just like a 9-foot tall badass, really, rather than a mythical Chinese person. Not that I'm gonna deny, like, badass. It's a shame that the series has got rid of crap though, because it used to be amazing. Back on the PlayStation 2, that was literally these days, I wouldn't even play it. It's just an absolute mess. This guy. It's a good mechanic having the health come back from, like, basically eviscerating people. But sometimes it is a bit annoying because you can still take damage while you're doing those, so you'll sometimes get health back but immediately lose it during the actual execution. I'm hoping they fix that on the second game that's due to come out at some point.
Your workstation. Everything is under control.
Shoot those humans! Smash it!
I'm quite glad that you fight Tyranids on the new game.
Kill them all! Come and get me, Space
They are
Marine!
one of the cooler factions, really, that you can fight. Well, I fought them before on the Warhammer games, like with Dawn of War 2.
Control room.
Forward.
Amazing.
Clear out the orcs.
Really, really got that game down. Just
Even a single shot will blast right through the gates.
We cannot allow that.
That's a big cannon. It'd be a shame if somebody did that to it.
Number 2 control deck, do you read?
This is Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. Identify yourself.
This is Corporal Antioch, sir. That is, my lord.
I need access to the Manufactorum, Corporal.
There is a service lift in the hangar directly below where you drop the cargo, my lord. We can meet you there.
Stand ready. We will be there shortly. Titus out.
Ammo back. I think I'll go for this for a little bit.
A handful of guardsmen holding that huge gate. They cannot last long.
Did manage to bring the access bridge down.
Kill them
orcs
space
to the
marines!
That's not normal, seeing orcs.
All smash those space marines! Grenade!
Orcs love a good fight.
Kill them! Takes more than that to kill them. Space marines to kill! Shoot me again! Smash! Crush the space marines!
Bring the shooters!
They're not very smart for action.
Smash those space marines!
It's also a waste of ammo to actually kill them in that.
It's the space marines.
Smash those space marines!
The space marines.
Lord, we must hurry. Greenskins are on the move again. If they find the access point we are using, we will not last long.
Deal with them. Die, orcs, got him.
Crush the space marines! Try to die more than that to kill an orc! It's a fight now!
Excellent. Bits of chunks all over the place. That's just what we like to see. I don't know why, but my cat has also decided to join us, and he's just currently watching the game. Usually he's attacking my monitor and getting in the way by this point, but yeah, he seems to be just content with watching at the moment. I'm sure he'll be climbing all over me again at some point in the stream. He does
The lift
seem
is
to
this
enjoy
way.
doing that.
Corporal Antioch, we are in position.
Excellent, Captain. I'm sending the lift up now.
That could be something cool in there. I can't remember what you get from that. I'm hoping it's a new close combat weapon, because as cool as the chainsword is, there are cooler weapons in this. Let's take a look and see what it is.
Granting access.
Oh yes.
Authorization as Starteeth Ultra.
Oh yes. So this is basically just a direct upgrade of the chainsword.
horde!
Antioch, hold the lift. We have
Right.
orcs inbound.
Decimates these in close combat.
Space marines!
I think I've been playing Elden Ring a little bit too much. I'm trying to get the dodges in here, which balsa shell was just blocked by a tiny thin rope. There is a little bit of like a cheat to fighting things on this, which is basically you just hit once and then kick him. He does an insane amount of damage to a single enemy. And it's always handy to kick them back. Can't beat a power axe. Oh, there we go. Friendly guardsman. He just shot the absolute shit out of me, but it's fine.
Corporal Antioch,
Yes, my lord.
we have word that
I think
an
I'm going to need a
Inquisitor
wash after
is in
that.
the Manufactorum.
Yes, Lord Drogon. We have not seen him for several days. Has the Liberation fleet arrived, my lord?
Seems I've had
The
a
fleet
wash.
is still en route, Corporal.
Excellent.
The Ultramarines are here as a vanguard, to cripple the enemy and secure the most valuable assets.
I see.
But the facility and its titans remain secure.
All I can say for certain is that no orc has breached this gate, my lord.
Contact Lieutenant Mira. Her unit is establishing a bastion in Hab Center Andres, and your support craft now have a viable approach from orbit.
What of the Colonel and his staff?
They did not survive.
Many more guardsmen.
Here we are, my lord.
My thanks, Corporal.
Oi, keep that muzzle clean, guardsman.
Let's go for a little jog down here. See what we can find. Bolt pistol's not really useful after you get a bolter. Later on you do get a weapon to replace that and it is a hell of a lot better, but for now it's just a backup.
At last. A place the orcs have not stained.
For now. I doubt even dropping that cannon on them will convince orcs to back away.
Indeed. We must find this
Nothing's getting
Inquisitor
through
and the
here without
Titan
getting
Invictus.
riddled with bullets, it seems.
Be not concerned with events beyond these walls. Work, focus, meet your quota. Increased productivity gains high favor from the machine gods.
As you can tell by the voiceover announcements in these places, it is a wonderful place to live in a sort of, well, a manufactorum planet. You're basically just slave labour, and if you're not working, then you're no good. So yeah, it's not really the nicest of places to live.
Titan Invictus seems undamaged at least.
Titan Invictus seems unused, you mean? Is this invasion not enough to bring out the War Titans?
It takes hundreds to get a War Titan operational, Sergeant. Without them, it sits idle.
So badass, that thing. It's like the ultimate death machine. Let's activate some more doors.
Captain, this is an auger station. I can scan for the Inquisitor's life signs.
Access authorized.
There. A lone human.
Identity confirmed. Drogon. Ordo Xenos.
He's in this wing of the Manufactorum.
I read alien signals throughout the facility, and a large number converging on the Inquisitor's location.
Not aliens. They must be purged.
Section 449 is understaffed by 100%. Please rectify.
I think it's going to be hard to rectify that
Do not
with
abandon your
nobody left
workstation.
alive.
Everything is under control.
Do we need ammo? No, I think we've got for ammo. Let's get on this. I think it's an elevator of some kind.
Leandros, can you use this panel to contact our other forces?
Not directly, but I can boost Vox range.
Do it.
Access authorized.
Apparently teleport.
Ultramarines chapter.
Here, Captain.
Ultramarines, this is Captain Titus. Are you receiving?
Captain, this is Sergeant Midas. Squad Solidus is on the ground and making for our objective.
New orders, Midas. We are at Manufactorum Ajakis and have located the Titan Invictus. I need Solinus to come secure the Invictus while I divert to a priority alarm.
On our way, Captain. Midas out.
Sounds like we're getting reinforcements. That's good. I think we're going to need them because there's a hell of a lot of orcs roaming around. I have a feeling we're probably going to see some more orcs very soon. Now this is a factory. Yeah, there we go, there's some orcs over there.
The pipes. The orcs are in the pipes.
I think they come out these pipes and head. Right. Maybe not. Summon a fox. Love how even though my guy's a captain, this guy clearly has cooler looking armour than I do. But he is a veteran of some kind, so I guess that might be why. Nice. I couldn't remember there if there's actually any orcs that just chill out on top, but apparently not.
Inquisitor, Ordo Xenos.
Repeat
Here he is,
authorization.
Drogon, prepare the power source for immediate release.
1 moment.
Faster. Disregard all
Repeat
safety protocols.
authorization.
Inquisitor Drogon?
I am Drogon. And you are?
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. We received your distress call, but you seem to have weathered the enemy's attack.
I am
wounded.
soldier and scientist both, Captain.
What is the status of the experimental device?
The power source is running the entire manufactorum from the generator room.
This device is a fuel source, not a weapon?
It is a complex device and an unstable one. If the orcs find it, they'll try and take it apart. It could detonate with enough force to destroy the entire planet.
Then we must move it to safety.
Seems pretty dangerous, if you ask me.
And for that, Captain, I need your aid. This way.
You are wounded, Inquisitor Drogon.
I'm a psyker. My psychic abilities are controlling the bleeding.
Very well.
He's also got a robotic arm, which is quite cool. So he's definitely been in quite a few fights, this guy, which is pretty standard for an Inquisitor.
Xenos lifeform detected.
Oh, there he is. War boss.
Space Marine! You trying to steal my Titans? Steal my loot? I'll rip your guts right out your throat! Ah!
The orc himself.
I'm gonna put your head on a spike, Space Marine! Kill this Space Marine!
Really hate red power. At least we've got a guy with an extra gun, so he might be doing a little bit to help. Don't think he actually uses any of his psychic powers at all, but he'd probably make it a bit too easy if he did that, because he could just annihilate all these.
More humans to kill!
Captivated. Big on that. They suck. Some more grenades, they're always handy. Let's go find this power source. Get out of here.
Aye. The orc has a scent for us now.
Damnable creature! Had he not blundered onto this world?
But he did, Drogon.
It's like a new weapon unlock. Again, I can't remember what this is. It might be the las cannon, which is basically just a giant beam weapon that's also a sniper rifle.
Space Marine recognized.
Oh no,
Full access
plasma
granted.
pistol. So when I was talking before about the bolt pistol being a little bit shit, this is its replacement. It's pretty cool. So you can charge a shot on it and then fire that, but it doesn't overheat it. Or you can just fire it like that and
Get to that
bend
left.
the energy. So it's quite a strong weapon, especially compared to the bolt pistol, but there's still other weapons that are a lot stronger than this, which we will come across them, I'm sure, in due time. Let's go. Not actually too sure where we're gonna go. Oh, back up there. Right. So that could have been very easy, that, for people to miss, because you could literally have just ran down here and just completely avoided getting this. And I think this is the only point in the game where you do get it. Oh.
My boys want to give you a proper greeting!
It's a weird boy, a psycho orc. Very dangerous because they don't have a clue what they're doing. These are annoying. You kind of need to use
More
this.
humans to kill!
Oh, never had that. I didn't even know that was a sync kill that you could get on this. That's the first time I've ever had that one. That's cool. Beat him to death with his own shield. But yeah, them guys with the shields are really annoying because you can't really get around them. It's definitely got Mass Effect elevators in this game. They're very slow sometimes.
How much deeper does this facility go?
The Manufactorum? Far deeper. The whole generator room is actually suspended above a venting shaft.
Suspended?
Yes. In case of catastrophic overload, the whole room can be shunted away into the depths.
Sounds, it's a bit of foreshadowing, I think, that.
Ah, yes. Here we are.
Ah, here we are.
Colder than a space wolf's smile in here.
I've seen some
Yes,
server rooms
a
at work that
byproduct
look
of
like
the
this.
device's functioning.
Frost everywhere. Yeah. Very cold when you go in there, especially if you've only got a t-shirt on. The cat seems to be running around on my legs, killing something. I don't know what he's killing. Oh no, he's the bigger cat. I don't think he's actually been shown off on stream yet. He's been a bit of a grump ever since we've got the new cat, because he does not play well with others. I don't know. You can probably hear him growling or something at some point, because he generally jumps up on my desk to see whether the new cat's there, like the kitten, and after about 10 minutes of searching for him, if he doesn't find him, then he sits down and then chills out. But yeah, he's a bit of a nutter until that point. Yeah, he's just stumbling off over there. He's getting on with age anyway, and he's an old man, an old grumpy man. But he's probably the most chill cat in the universe that I've ever seen.
Captain Titus, proceed into the main chamber.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
We need only obtain the power source at the core of the generator. I will initiate decoupling
Well,
from a
looks like
control
we're going to need to use the
console.
Vengeance launcher.
Understood. Brothers, guard the access points.
It's the first solo mission, I think, that I'm going.
I have engaged the decoupling sequence, Captain. We must keep the chamber secure until the power source is exposed.
Identity confirmed. Drogon, Ordo Xenos.
Yeah, the stream seems to be running actually quite nice tonight as well, which is good. I think it's from the settings I was messing with the other day that seemed to have helped it drastically. So we're hopefully not going to have another rust situation on our hands where it just
the central chamber.
cannot cope with it for some odd reason.
Xenos detected.
Captain, the war boss.
Space Marine! What are you hiding down here? Whatever it is, I want it!
Hold back the greenskins, Captain. The power source will be free of the generator shortly.
Trying not to use my ability that I've got because it's execute Gretchen, so because they just kind of die. As you see, they just turn into nothing.
Now, head over to the servitor station and activate it. It will retrieve the power source and get it into its canister.
Space Marines!
Thankfully, it does regenerate pretty quick, but
Then I'll take it
I
for
didn't want
myself.
a chance of that.
That damn orc will kill us all. Grab it, Captain. Force the power source into its canister. Quickly!
Kill them Space Marines!
Yeah, I would not have picked that up if I was not me.
Coming down.
That did not look fun. Second, just got some messaging. Something.
Sidonus, Leandros, respond.
Captain, the Inquisitor insisted you could not have survived.
Well, I did, and I have his precious power source.
Right, so
We
we've
set
got
a
one
rendezvous
shot
in
left
Hab
in
Center
this.
Andres.
The rest of them
These tunnels will spit us out there eventually.
Fine. Continue heading toward the Hab Center.
all by myself in the sewer level, as every game has to have a sewer level. It just seems to be the law at this point. So I don't think it's a very long sewer level of this. I'm trying to think of what had the best sewer level out of any video game. There is quite a lot. But every time for some reason, every time I think of a sewer level, I always think of Batman Arkham Asylum, where you fight Killer Croc in the sewers. That's always the first thing that I think of when I think of a sewer level in a video game. Because that was pretty cool. Really did enjoy that. In fact, that entire game was just fantastic, really. Bitch slap that guy. Things are exploding, that generally means it's probably not good that these pipes are all exploding. Catastrophic damage somewhere else.
Space Marines! Kill him!
God, he did not want to die. Let's go see if we can find some ammo anywhere. Do quite enjoy the Stalker Bolter. I wish I could swap that out and have that rather than having the regular bolter and then get another weapon, but annoyingly you can't in this.
the Space Marines!
Yeah, good luck with that. That didn't go so well for him. That shit me up a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much. Just enough. Ooh. Speaking of jump scares, there's a new, well, it's not really a new Dead Space, it's a remaster of the first game, and when that comes out, I will 100% be streaming that. I absolutely love the Dead Space games. The Dead Space 1 was like, I think it's probably my favourite horror game that I've ever played. I know a lot of people say, oh, Silent Hill and all this, but Dead Space, it was everything in it. Like the audio, the actual gameplay itself was really good. You know, just it was pretty much the perfect horror game. That really enjoyed it. Dead Space 2, that was also just amazing. It pretty much improved on the first game in every single way, but it started to sort of go off track a little bit. And Dead Space 3, I know a lot of people didn't really like Dead Space 3, but I still thought it was a good solid game, and it had a good solid end to it, which did set it up to set up a possible fourth one, which I hope they do. But yeah, I can understand why people didn't like it as much, because it kind of dropped the whole horror aspect of the game by making it extremely easy to kill everything. The co-op was really fun. I did play it a few years back with a friend, and it was, I've never played co-op quite like it. It seemed to, well, it had a really cool feature where the co-op player saw things that the other player didn't. So you'd see things moving, and it'd kind of be like, because when we were playing it, I was like, what the hell, I can see all these weird objects everywhere. And the other player was like, well, I can't see them. And that was probably its best feature about that co-op. While playing on co-op, it completely removed the whole horror aspect of it, as co-op games generally do. It was good enough. The DLC for it was pretty decent, like the final DLC that they really should have included in the game. I got very, very lucky there. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm quite looking forward to the remaster. I know it's going to be exactly the same game, just they've just updated the graphics a little bit, but that's kind of all that game needs. You know, I'll happily pay £50 for that if they just change the graphics up, because I did actually go back and replay Dead Space 1 a few years ago, and the gameplay doesn't really hold up that well anymore. So hopefully they do change a little bit of the gameplay, not too much, because like I said, they don't really need to do it, and just update the graphics, because that's really all we need at this point for that game. Would be good to get another one, but I don't know how they're going to do it. And EA are obviously big stick with any single player games. So we will just have to see what we get. Might even be like an Easter egg at the end of that game that it announces a fourth game. They might even Final Fantasy VII it, the remaster for that, where they basically changed the game a lot, and changed what the story is and everything, which would be a good surprise if they kept it basically the same, but it was kind of a bit of an alternate ending, so they could essentially do another trilogy maybe. Let's get rid of that guy. Yeah, I think other than that, I'm not really keen on any other games coming out. I know there's Darktide, which is another 40k game, and it's made by the guys who make Vermintide 1 and 2. And they do quite a good job on the Warhammer games, I will say. When they come out, they're a little bit buggy, but Darktide should be pretty decent. From what I've seen of it so far, it looks amazing.
Recognized.
Oh, well.
Ultramarines chapter. Access granted.
Oh, it wants to replace the Stalker Bolter for some reason.
Even here, the tech priests
yeah,
honor their
we'll
machine
definitely have this. Melter Gun is such a brutal weapon. It basically just incinerates you, as these guys are about to find out. I think in this, though, it's more of a shotgun, so I need to kind of... Yeah. But it's very powerful. The only problem is with it, you really do not get a lot of ammo. Like, I've been fighting just these very basic orcs here, and I've got 2 shots left. So, I'll try and save that. Because it's pretty strong against the bigger orcs, I think. And these guys as well. It's perfect for if you're doing any close combat attacks, this weapon, so can't go wrong with it. But yeah, after if anyone missed the stream last night, I would probably advise going back and rewatching that, because it was pretty it was interesting. I probably won't be doing another one of those streams for a little bit, just purely because I need to let the liver recover from last night. I think I got stuck on Godric, and I must have been on him for about half an hour of constantly just getting killed by him, and I ended up, I must have had about half the bottle of rum in just that sort of 20 minutes or so. And yeah, I was pretty tipsy. I've gone back and actually watched when I killed him, and I have no idea how I managed to do that, because I killed him and I had quite a lot of healing left, and the AI was still alive as well, so I have no idea. I think I just managed to do a lot of big damage on him, and got very lucky. But yeah, he was a fantastic boss fight. And from that point onwards, everything's a little bit blurry. I know I sort of ran around in the castle for a little bit, but I was absolutely gone by that point. So yeah, good fun. Did enjoy it, but
Run, boys!
orcs running away again. Oh, well, got him with a grenade, so I'm happy with that. Damps there. Yeah, it's very weird, this game, sometimes. Like, you can sometimes pick up a gun, and then sometimes you can't trade other guns, so it's like, I don't know what's going on, but I think I'd prefer to have the Stalker Bolter over having the let's see if we've got any ammo for that. Over having the Vengeance Launcher. As good as the Vengeance Launcher is, it doesn't really do enough damage. It's more that you can stun things with it, so yeah, I think I'll see whether a few of the other people that sort of watch on the stream have this game, and if they do, I might actually see whether we can get a co-op going on it, or maybe even a multiplayer game. I don't know if there's enough players left on this game to actually do multiplayer. There's a YouTuber who I watch quite a lot of videos of called Chapter Master Balrak, and I think he still does a Friday night sort of tournament with it. So I might even see whether I can just jump in on that and stream during it and see how we go.
Adeptus Astartes recognized. Access authorized.
But yeah, Valrak's another local person to my city. So I'm from around the northwest in the UK, a city called Manchester, which decent enough, but it's very weird, the UK, for anyone who's watching this who's not in the UK. We essentially all hate each other, but we hate everyone else more, so we all get along. It's a lovely concept of a society. Come on. Explodey boy. I hate that kind of thing. When you're stuck in a big fight and then like one of them just runs over to you. Jesus, they do a hell of a lot of damage. Very fast firing them things.
Get the boss!
Right. I just wish at one point they just literally sent like 1,000 Gretchen after you, because that would just be, it'd just be pure fun, that. Just slaughtering them. But yeah, I just fancied a bit of a chill out tonight, so I just thought, you know what, I fancy a bit of Space Marines.
Kill you for that!
Yes, there's my allies.
Captain Titus.
Well met, brothers. Any idea of our position?
Groups of our friendlies.
Should be nearing an access point to the
But yeah,
sword.
just fancy doing a bit of this tonight. I know it doesn't get the views
I've had enough of
the other
tunnels.
games
Let's get out of here and find
but
the Inquisitor before the orcs do.
it's one of those, it's just my own personal satisfaction that I want to really do this game. Just because I generally go back to it every few years or so, and just give it a playthrough, just because it is really good. Like, just as a game, there's kind of like no downsides to it, and it gets the whole Warhammer 40,000 theme and feeling really well. Again, which is why I'm very excited for the new one coming out. It's pretty much, if it comes out this year, it's probably my most anticipated game of the year. But whether it's going to be the game of the year, that's another question. Because I imagine it's going to come out like a bloody mess. Let's see. Not the smartest of things, orcs. Nice. It has a really annoying auto-lock feature on this game. So it's really hard to actually get headshots on people, which is what you really need the Stalker Bolter for. It like locks onto the arms and legs more than it does on the heads. In fact, I might actually see whether I can turn it off. Just because it is a little bit daunting sometimes when I'm trying to... That's the one there, target assist. Right, well we've solved that problem, because that's what's been causing me to have difficulties. Well, I say that as I missed 3 shots.
More of them.
Space Marines to kill! Again! Shoot me again!
Yeah, I'm never a fan of like auto-lock games, just because it seems to hinder near more than it helps you.
Considerate of the greens.
But I may also now just lower the sensitivity a little bit, because I did actually turn that up quite a bit
Come
to
to
try and
open the
counter
way.
that. Yeah, that seems a little bit better. Don't think there's any secrets around here. Like I said, I think I've found most of them. There's only a few logs in the game that I've not actually found. Don't know why I decided to go that way, because I'm going to have to run all the way back around now. There we go. Hoping to possibly stream a new game as well this week, which I'll just have to see which one it is. There's a few games that I've got sort of lined up that I want to stream really, and get that sort of like stable as my
At last,
few
away
games
to
that
the
I stream,
surface.
and then just try like certain games every now and then, see how they do. But it's probably either going to be Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, which I absolutely love, or it's probably going to be something like Warhammer Total War, or maybe even try and find a co-op game. I know we did try and stream Rust, but I've been sort of a bit nervous on going back to it just because of how severe the performance issues were. So we'll just have to see with that.
Report to your designated
Nearly got
shelters
back
for
to the Inquisitor
duration
now.
of the emergency.
What could the orcs hope to gain by slaughtering so many?
Sow terror,
Died.
demoralize the militia.
Cruel.
Yeah, so
effective.
basically if you work on this planet,
This was no strategy
this
of
is
war.
this is your house,
For
you know,
orcs,
sharing it with other people.
was sport.
No possessions, you don't have any room for them. And you basically just get up every day and go and do your shift. And if you drop dead, then you drop dead. It's just how it goes. So I think in this situation, I'd rather be part of the guard than actually as a worker on this planet. But that has other issues, which is mainly orcs. So it's like, do you want to be
Medical
butchered by
supplies
an
have
orc,
been
or do you want to
exhausted.
die of just? Do you know what? I'd rather be killed by an orc. at least it'd be quick, rather than being inhaling fumes and all sorts of stuff, whatever the hell they work on this planet. But... oh, new weapon, I think here. That does not look good. That's orc reinforcements there. That's really not good. It's a lot of orcs.
Millions more of them.
Our plan is unchanged. Get the Inquisitor and the power source off-world.
Titus, if they take over the Manufactorum, we will have a damnable time getting them out.
We are ultramarines. Orcs are not a problem.
If we had a week, perhaps. But by then, the orcs will have worked out how to dismantle the Titans.
Space Marine recognized.
There's the last
Granting
cannon,
access.
which I'm happy to swap that for the Stalker Bolter because it's basically the same thing. You just have to charge it up, I believe, before you can fire it. But it's a very good sniper rifle. Oh, he's got a big gun.
Whoa!
Orc rocket launchers on the high ground.
That's the end of him. Yeah, just completely vaporizes them guys. quite a few shots to these guys to kill. I know I'm supposed to be using the last cannon, but last cannon wasn't too easy ever. I'm saving it for them guys because they actually are.
Evacuation center Theta is no longer safe refuge. Remain calm.
The Xenos haven't left a single structure
Something
undamaged.
went down there.
Or unblooded.
Worker absence is unacceptable. Transgressors face severe remedial training.
See, even if you're dead, you still get punished in the grand scale of the Imperium. It's like, oh, you've not turned up to work because you've actually been killed. You will be penalised for that, which is lovely. Just checking a few of these rooms because sometimes they've got ammo in or collectibles, but I think I've got the collectibles from this. Down we go. Cat decided just to stretch and then rolled off my leg onto the floor. As you do. Oh, guardsmen, save them. Oh,
Evacuation center Gamma will shelter you during the strike.
Come and get me, Space Marine! Brace for all charge!
Get the body!
not very good these are they, the AI.
Get the knobs!
Is anyone going to shoot him? No? Okay, I'll do it. Sometimes they're alright, the AI, and then other times they're just, yeah, I don't even know what they were doing there, to be honest. Right, we need to get some ammo for that. We don't want the Vengeance Launcher. Some ammo for that. Right, last cannon's back up to full. Last cannon is a big old beast of a gun, though. Generally, you'd have these mounted on tanks, so it just shows you how big a Space Marine actually is. It does make the combat, like, ranged a little bit too easy, though. Because you just essentially incinerate the guy.
Only in death does duty end.
Got hit by a few missiles there, which didn't go on. Watching from Wangies. Excellent. It's a Saturday night, Jolly. If you shouldn't be at Wangies, you should be at home with a cup of tea, watching my stream. I didn't make an unemployment joke, but we need to kind of think of one. Why don't you get a job at Wangies? There you go. Ask them for a job. Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, the only band is decent. I'm not believing that for a second. I've been going to Wangies for, well, many years, and I don't think I've ever seen a decent band there. So. For anyone who wants a bit of information on what Wangies is, it's a pub where I used to live. It used to be sort of our local for my friends. But we've since all moved to different various areas of Manchester, so we kind of don't really go there. Like, it would require me to take like 3 buses to get there, so it's not really ideal at the moment. Try to limit as much public transport as I can, really.
It's a fight now! Run for it! Smash those Space Marines!
Right.
Space Marines!
Fuck out this guy. That was cool. That was like a double kill with a sync kill. Quite like that. Right.
More rocks!
Excellent.
Crush the Space Marines!
Oh, do I have to fight them?
Take more than that!
The only issue I find with this Streamlabs is that I don't actually ever know how many people are watching my stream, because it always seems to just glitch out and just not show the actual number, so I could literally be sat here talking to myself, but I have no idea if I am. So I always encourage people to have a chat, just because it's one way that I know that people are actually there, and it's a good way of interacting, I guess. Just need to bug it out a little bit, I think. I always love the voice actors, like voice acting for orcs in any of the Warhammer games, just because, like, it must just be the most fun job in the world to do the voice acting for them, because you just essentially have to act like you're mental in everything that you say. And I mean, who doesn't want to do that for a job? Who doesn't want to shout crazy things in a backwards English sort of accent? But very, they do talk a lot like Cockneys, to be fair. Well, what everyone assumes is the stereotypical Cockney accent. But sadly, orcs are not actually Cockneys in real life. As great as that would be, it's just sadly not true.
If you are injured, return to your quarters. The machine god will watch over you.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Stalker bolt. Yeah, I don't really. I love how all this Space Marine hardware is just lying around. I mean, this kind of looks like the orcs have looted it there, but
Workers of class 9 and below do not qualify for medical attention.
More humans! Space Marines to kill!
yeah, quite annoying them. Thankfully, the last cannon is a ridiculously overkill weapon. I love that sync kill. It's such a cool kill. I just like rip the guy's head apart. It just pretty much sums up like 40k that. Just brutal and unnecessary. Right, that guy's dead.
Takes more than that to kill an orc.
Let's try and
Kill
get
them
him
all! Come and get me,
You take a lot of hits then if you don't actually get them in the head, which is annoying. Right. The music stopped, so you know we're out of battle now. Top tip for video games, that. If the battle music stops, you're safe. Follow me for more very useful tips.
Crush the spice stick bomb!
Nice.
The tech priest will have to bring all of these structures down and rebuild.
This time on top of a mass grave.
Yeah, there's a lot of concrete involved in the
There,
construction of
Drogon
these
said to
buildings.
meet at that monument.
That's cool. It's like a big shrine of some kind.
I want his head!
Oh. There we go. They do a lot of damage, them guys. Let's climb that. I don't think that was like an orc or something then. Not good.
Evacuation Center Gamma welcomes you. Crematoria 15 to 48 are operating at full capacity.
There he is. Inquisitor Drogon. Use robotic arm. Mechanicum Shrine by the looks of it.
Inquisitor Drogon, we need to get you off planet before we're overrun by orcs.
You were exposed to the unshielded power source. In the generator room, I saw it. You held raw energy from the warp. How are you still alive?
The power source conducts warp energies.
The stuff of chaos. Heresy.
My work against the Xenos has the Imperium's blessing.
Can your blessed work help us against
He's
the
been
orcs?
doing dodgy things.
My research is of the utmost secrecy. The Imperium forbids its use without sanction.
All the Inquisitors. Dodgy.
Consider that your Imperial sanction.
Very well. The power source fuels an experimental weapon at my research facility. The Psychic Scourge. It could destroy the orcs.
You didn't think to bring up this scourge weapon before.
The Psychic Scourge has never been test-fired, Sergeant. If it malfunctions, it could crack this planet in half.
Sounds
What
like
other
it's worth
options?
it. Worth a risk.
We fire the weapon and take our chances.
The Psychic Scourge is at
Let me
the
just check one thing. Always have to check things.
Alchemist
Just checking
facility.
something there.
My research laboratories. It is a fair distance. We will need transportation.
Captain, we aren't far from the plaza where Lieutenant Mira was headed. The Imperial Guard rally point.
They will have Valkyries. We can fly to the research facility.
It's actually
Let's
kinda
find
cool
this
looking,
Imperial Guard outpost.
Open door. Goes off to check inside. Might be hidden things. I'm actually kind of interested. So yeah, there's not really many that I've not found really. There's a few of them, but I'm not really that interested in actually going and finding them. Still though, if there's an open door, I still have to go and check it, even though it's just that's the type of player that I am.
If you are injured, return to your quarters. The God will watch over you.
You have to remember this game did come out on like the Xbox 360 and I think it was on PS3 as well. So it does actually look fairly decent for the technology that they had at the time to do this. It's very nice graphics and everything. It could kind of hold up still today, really, I think. There's nothing about it that looks bad. There's a few textures that are a little bit janky, but that's about it, really.
Inquisitor Drogon's alive.
I can't believe we survived that.
I can't either, to be quite honest with you. They got hit by about several missiles.
Inquisitor, your wound is slowing us down.
I can manage.
Brothers, take him to the Valkyries. I will draw the orcs off and meet you there.
Give the power source to the sergeant then, Captain.
No, Drogon. The orc chieftain wanted the power source. When his orcs see I possess it, not you, they will follow me. Move out.
Which route to the rally point, Guardsman?
Bastion Primus is that way, my lord. But it's all orc-held territory.
Stay back!
I mean, these guys are not going to survive much longer here, I don't think. Great, the cat's back, and he's watching the game, which means he's going to start attacking things very soon.
Evacuation centers.
Yeah. No, get off the screen. Oh dear. Ooh, Space Marine drop pod. Oh, what? Yeah. Now we're talking close combat weapons. This is pretty much the weapon now that I'm going to use for the rest of the game, just because
knock over some orc
it's ridiculously good. Very slow at attacking, but it does a hell of a lot of damage. The only issue is when you've got that equipped, you can't use like the Melstone or Las Cannon anymore.
Center Omega. You will receive
So
rations of water and food. You will be
that is a little bit annoying. Oh, collectible. So yes, that's what the collectibles actually look like in this game.
Benjamin, we've waited as long as we can. Where are you? The orcs are crossing the mainline bridge. I have to get Hannah and your mother out of here. When you get this message, leave immediately. Go to Hab Block 74. We're going to gather with others from our shift group. We have your things. Come and find us. Stay safe and hurry.
These guys are just easy. Thunderhammer's excellent weapon. I'm assuming I'm by myself at this point.
Whatever you're doing, Captain, keep at it.
Yeah.
The Greenskins are swarming your way, leaving our path open.
Just a wrecking ball at this point. Oh, I remember this bit. Yeah, orc weird boy. That's a bit of a janky animation right there.
Space Marines to kill!
It's by far the weapon, best weapon in the game. It's just jetpack. Missed him. Where's he gone? All the orcs have now died, it seems. Excellent. Yeah, I bloody love the Thunderhammer in this. It's basically from this point onwards, you just don't need any other weapon. You're just like, right, I'm all good. It is a bit crap how you are now limited to just using these though, but yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that animation. It's pretty decent. There's just no struggle even anymore with that. It's just like, yeah, we'll just smash them in the face with it. I think it's pretty much a one-hit kill as well for most orcs.
I am an instrument of the Emperor's will, Trooper. Now indicate to me the nearest concentration of orcs.
Aye, my lord. Master's Plaza is just past this hab complex. It is swarming with the beasts.
Not for long.
Right. So we can get some ammo. Not that I think we've used any ammo, to be honest. Yeah, they just opened up that gate. Let's go down the beach. Yeah, I know I ended up saying I was on the stream a little bit this tonight.
We are within sight of the Imperial Guard bastion.
Oh well, I'm enjoying it too much. Just enjoying smashing things to pieces with this hammer. Wow, he actually didn't die. stuck to just doing curb stomp deaths. Kind of don't need to use them anyway. The pure damage of this thing. Bad day to be an orc. Seems weird going on. You have a tendency to glow the weird boys, so. I don't think I killed him. What hits this guy? There he is. Spear. Seems that whenever you kill them guys, it just instantly kills everything else, so it's not too bad. Like, I wish they'd just give. Oh, I was just gonna say, I wish they'd give you this for the rest of the game, but oh well. Yeah, so look, we're still locked to only using like these weapons while I've got this.
This is Primus Command. Orcs inside the perimeter.
Oh, nice.
Move to secondary defense positions and hold the line.
Welcome to Bastion Primus, Captain. Sergeant Sidonus briefed me about the Inquisitor and his doomsday weapon. He said you require air transport to the Calcis facility.
Your Valkyries are the fastest way to reach it. We have no time to spare.
Your men are already on board their Valkyrie, and the squadron's ready for liftoff. We'll get you to Calcis with all speed. It's time the Imperial Guard brought the fight to the Orcs.
Pilots, this is Lieutenant Mira aboard Valkyrie 1. Look sharp, Orc flyers inbound.
Captain Titus, I need a gunner to man the heavy bolter.
Technically on part 3 here, but I'm still enjoying it, and I love this section of it. It's just so ridiculous.
That was close.
Valkyrie 7 here, I've got boarders.
Pilot, match speed. I will shoot them off.
This doesn't sound dangerous. orcs are particularly stupid because they literally just strap a rocket to the back and just fire off. Which I'd probably say about 90% of them just explode instantly, so there's always many more orcs to replace them. Pretty much an unlimited amount of orcs. As they like to pop up from the
Patrol
streets.
boys going for Valkyrie 3 and 6. Keep us in position, pilot.
Chainsaw back again. I was kind of hoping I could keep the hammer, but I guess not. Oh. Ha! Game just crashed. Excellent! One moment. I'll get it back up. That's annoying. He was just getting good as well then. Oh, for God's sake. I just gotta give it a second because Steam always has to sync through, and it seems to take about 5 to 10 seconds to do that when a game closes. Ah, really takes you out of it when it does that.
Sega.
Hoping it's gonna pop back up on stream. Yeah, there we go. Right. We'll have to see.
Pilots, this is Lieutenant Mira aboard Valkyrie 1.
It's really going to make us redo that.
Captain Titus, I need a gunner to man the heavy bolter.
That's annoying. That's really annoying. Oh well.
Here they come. Starboard side.
Incoming!
If it crashes again once we get to that checkpoint, like I said, I have completed the game beforehand. So I'll just load the, basically where you're going to land at the end of this, I'll just load that.
More of the beasts! Boys going for Valkyrie 3 and 6. Keep us in position, pilot.
Valkyries. I don't actually know what helmet does, but
Starboard side. Orc ship coming up.
yeah, this is
Kill them. They're right behind us.
get off much. I think the orcs would be a little bit better hoping he's not going to crash again at this point, because I'll be quite annoyed if he does. Because it's very unlikely they're going to fix the bug, because the company that made this, I don't even think they technically exist anymore.
Valkyrie 2 is down. I require immediate transport.
Well, I guess they're back in business, but I don't know if they've even got this code. Yeah, the chainsaw doesn't do a lot of damage, but it is very quick. So it's kind of good for doing some serious damage to people. Have you woken up now? Problem is, it's these ones in here that
Stink bomb!
I can finally shoot these guys. Quite annoying the rocket launcher. Not actually too sure with Hawk names. I know there's the knobs and bodies. That's about it. They sound very vulgar, to be fair, but they're just...
She looks human!
Rocket launcher somewhere. There he is. It's a good job I had this Stalker Volta, because I'd have no chance hitting them with a melt gun.
Valkyrie on approach.
What is the Inquisitor's status?
The remainder of the squadron has escorted his craft to the outskirts of the Calcis facility.
Very good.
Back on board again.
Farewell, Captain. I must return to base. Those damned Orc flyers cost me too many good men and too many gunships. We'll be hard-pressed to defend the outpost.
Thank you. And good luck, Lieutenant.
Oh, here they are. Right, we'll go for
Where
the
is it?
power axe.
The device is secure.
What are you waiting for, then? Further delay is intolerable.
He's a bit of a cunt, this guy,
Inquisitor,
to be honest.
Are you all right?
Yes. Come. We've no time to waste.
That didn't sound good. I mean, you could have spawned me with full health again. That would have been nice. Nice. wondering where their missiles are coming from then.
Crush the Space Marines! Smash those Space Marines!
I don't think orcs know about friendly fire. I think it's just kind of... They just fire, and if they hit friendlies, you know, they're getting more kills there, as far as they're concerned. So... Ooh, got another skull probe.
Benjamin, I feel like I'm leaving breadcrumbs for you to follow. We can't wait for you here. The shift group left without us. The whole idea was safety in numbers, but they didn't bother to wait.
Yeah, we're not getting across this way.
Hab blocks completely looted. We're heading for evacuation center Epsilon. Look for us there. Be careful, Ben.
More of them!
Dispatch them quickly! We must hurry!
Shoot those humans! Take all the neck, kill it all!
Some orcs take like 10 shots in the head and some of them just die. Come on. Yeah, I'm always going to prioritise those rocket launchers over anything else.
Space Marines to kill!
I love the melon. So good.
Takes more than that to kill an orc!
Does that kill an orc? I guess we'll never know because he submerged himself under the sand like a worm. Yeah, this could be me screwed here.
Space Marine!
It's never gonna get old, that. That kill is just never gonna get old. What the hell? It looked like he just catapulted himself up into the bloody sky there. Right.
Smash those Space Marines!
He's the last one. It's almost like he knew I was trying to shoot him in the head, so he hid.
Kill them all!
Nice.
Again! Shoot me again!
So I'm not paying attention to my old tip from before, which is when the battle music stops, that's when the fight stops. And it's still going, so... See, it's dying down a little bit now, so now we know the battle has ended. But I'm sure it's going to quickly come back when 1,000 more orcs run at me.
Inquisitor, can we get around the bulk of these orcs?
Yes, perhaps. My research produces
Crashed
minimal
Valkyrie,
waste,
see if there's
so
any
the
ammo.
facility's sluiceways should be accessible.
Lead the way.
I'm definitely having that. I knew that with that. Spawned out the big boy. It's these guys that are the annoying ones. There's not many orc units that are annoying ones. Just because they're insanely accurate for orcs. Like, the whole thing with orcs is that they fire enough bullets. They're a bit like Americans, right? They just shoot so many bullets that they're bound to hit you eventually. But for some reason in this, The orcs with rocket launchers are just pinpoint accurate.
Kill them all! Come and get me,
I guess it's to give you a bit more of a challenge, really, because if the orcs were more accurate, you could just run, you could just stand still and they'd never hit you. Most of them would probably be content just firing up into the air, not even actually firing at you.
Success is measured in blood.
The rocket launcher guys again. I'd also forgot that I've got my melter gun, which
Inquisitor.
Oh, really? It's put back.
Can we get around the bulk of these orcs?
Yes, perhaps. My research produces a minimal waste, so the facility's sluiceways should be accessible.
Lead the way.
Yes, do on the melter gun and the plasma. Come on, AI, actually do so. I love how he just disintegrates them into nothing. It's like, nice, nice.
It's a fight now!
Let's get some grenades back because we're going to need them for this next bit.
Kill them! Yeah! It's a fight now! Kill them!
Got rid of him easy enough.
Again! Shoot me again! Boom! Boom! Time to die! Smash those space marines!
Cleanse and purge.
Melter gun is ridiculous.
That's good! They're asking for it!
He's a bit of a bigger boy, so let's get back. See what I mean? The accuracy of them weapons, they're ridiculously strong.
Make you bleed!
Really hate them rocket launchers.
You managed to kill! Shoot those shoot back!
Try and get the health on this guy as well. Apparently getting stuck on a rock.
Come and get me, Space Marine!
They always take cover when I don't want them to actually hide. Right. Melter gun's out of ammo. Blast gun's out of ammo.
Kill you for that!
Quite a difficult fight, that.
If you want some
And just to make it even more difficult, Gretchen.
Space Marines to kill!
Yeah.
Orcs attacking!
Captain, my servitors were destroyed in the initial attack. I may need your help to activate the psychic scourge.
How large is the weapon?
The firing mechanism is at my research lab, but the energy pulse itself travels along conduits from the lab to the orbital spire.
Guessing that's the orbital spire.
There. We will proceed through that door.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
We need time to override the lock, Captain.
Oh.
Understood, Inquisitor.
It's game over now for the Orcs. Unless they've got rockets, then I'm fucked.
Some Space Marines!
It's absolutely silly, this one. Absolutely.
Space Marine! Takes more than that to kill an orc!
The issue is, again, it's the rocket launchers. Ouch. Yeah, the shielded guys are not too strong against as you can see, seems to blast the crap out. Always seems to sense it.
Through here, Space Marines.
Just a scratch!
I think it's time to run. Yeah. We'll just let them smash on the door for a few hours. I'm sure they'll get bored after a while.
I thought the Spire to be a ground-to-space transport.
It is. With a few modifications, it also makes
Yeah,
an
I think
ideal
we'll stay with
firing
this.
tower. The energy pulse should not damage the spire.
You do not sound confident.
Improvisation and experimentation
Should not
go
being
hand
the key
in
word
hand.
there. Well, key words, I guess.
Humans to here they come!
Oh, really? The Orcs have friendly fire and Squigs have they even more. Squigs don't give no shits.
Kill the Space Marines!
I dodged that, come on. I feel cheated more than when I play Elden Ring. Dodge things. Still get absolutely slaughtered by bosses. It's not even bosses actually, it's spider minions and all sorts of stuff. bloody love this hammer. It's such a good weapon.
It's a fight now! Time to die! Takes more than that to kill it all! Red those orcs!
This is the only part that where it really falls down because I can't actually shoot them. I'm just gonna have to hope that they manage to kill them because like we're very low on health. Can't get up close. Got no chance. Right, there we go. I think they're dead. No.
Smash those Space Marines! Space Marines!
Yeah, the bolter is just not very good. Really. It's not that accurate.
Finger shooters!
Health might be a problem here. I mean, I can use my sort of boost invulnerability thing to get it back. But I kind of want to just see whether there's a random orc by himself, because if there is, then I can just go
lead into the facility's
beat him to death.
sub-basements. And here is our entrance.
It's a big pipe. Just check one thing again before we get involved with this. I'm having to use like my phone to check some things of the Twitch stream, just because this game really does not seem to like me tabbing out, so yeah, it seems to be working alright. Again, it's like Streamlabs, I don't know if it's a bug with Streamlabs just at the moment, but it just doesn't give like accurate readings as to what's going on sometimes. Oh, it's nice to see that Sean's joined the chat.
What can we expect inside, Inquisitor?
Oh yes, just a few defenses.
What comprises a few, Inquisitor?
Servo turrets, mostly.
Set to eliminate orcs?
Set to eliminate anything with the misfortune to move within their range.
Auto turrets, nice. That's going to be good for my very, very limited health. Yeah,
Stamp them out!
I'm just going to use this to heal for now, I think. Can I smash through this?
Sentry guns ahead.
Yeah, them things are going to do some damage, I can already see. I mean, really, I should probably pick up one of the other close combat weapons just so I can shoot these things, but I love this hammer too much, so I can't. I'll stick it out with a bolter.
Authorization required to implement security.
They are pretty easy to kill, these. So, not too bad.
Missile launcher!
No, that's not good. I've forgotten that there's actually missile launcher pods as well.
We need to shut them all down.
I can do that from the central security room.
Then that is where we are headed.
Nice.
Lockdown in effect.
Yeah, I can't shoot him sadly before. He literally shot straight through an object there. actually not too bad against these turrets, so I think I'll continue using this. Bloody hell, they're proper cheap. Oh, close. Yeah, the plasma pistol's actually not too bad against them. I don't know, do I need to go that way, or do I need to go through here? I'm assuming through this door, because it's got a green little button. Yeah, that's what I need. Some ammo. Didn't give me a lot of ammo though, that.
Authorization required to implement security protocols.
They're a bit cheeky, these things. I can see another one there. See, this is where this game falls down a little bit, because there's no way of getting your health back if you're only fighting ranged enemies. So, well, other than using your anger mode, as I'm gonna now call it, because that's pretty much what it is. Oh shit. I think I got it.
Level 4 containment breach. Extermination
Shit.
Ultramarines,
Rockets there.
the logic engine thinks we are escaped Xenos specimens. There is a control panel in the side room.
Experimenting on
Get me
arcs,
there,
that's good.
and I can shut it down.
Right. Assuming it's in here. No. Guessing it's not in here. Move out of the way. Right, I've had 2 deaths tonight. 2 deaths. Not like last night where there was about 30,000 deaths. Oh my god, that was close. Please can we turn these turrets off now? Ah. Oh, I can't even use the ability yet. It's like 1 off.
Protocol suspended.
The exit will open shortly, Captain. However, I'm afraid the servo turrets beyond this room remain primed.
Well, what the hell was the point in doing that? It's a bit daft. So it opened up that for some reason.
What is kept in these containers?
Specimens needed for my research.
Specimens, cages, operating theaters. This place reeks of Xenos filth.
That is the business of the Inquisition, Ultramarines.
Shady business as usual.
This way, Ultramarines.
They can just get away with anything, the Inquisitors in this universe. Ooh. Hello. What is this?
Space Marine recognized.
Here
Ultramarine
we go.
chapter. Granting access.
So this basically replaces the standard bolter, which is like the machine gun thing that I've been using. It's just like a more powerful version. Just does a hell of a lot more damage
The
then.
firing core is still active. Excellent.
Yeah.
If this is the firing core, Inquisitor, does it discharge through the whole facility?
No, not precisely. The core actually raises to the rooftop of the facility. That is where the rest of the firing array is located.
I don't know really. Like, would you say what would a bolter actually class as? I know it's like, I don't think it's an assault rifle, and it's not an SMG, and it's kind of not a machine gun either, because it's like, well, light machine gun sort of thing. So I don't really know what it actually is. It's like its own classification of weapon that's kind of all of them. And it's a rocket launcher as well, I guess, because it fires explosive rounds, so... I really need my health back. This.
Alarm. Xenos light.
Somebody killed that thing.
Life is the Emperor's currency.
It pretty much is, to be fair. I was like, I'm a tiny bit off. Right, it's even full health again, that's good. Thank you, game.
Alarm. Xenos light.
I mean, I say that, and then I've just run out there. It's like turrets everywhere. See, that's there, is a turret as well. I mean, it's a bit of a bug being able to do that, but... Got me cornered a little bit here. Oh fuck! Yeah, this is reminding me of Elden Ring a little bit. I don't remember these being so difficult when I last played this. I really don't. Jesus. Right. Is that enough? No, come on, there can't be any more. Mental.
Xenos detected.
Not a Xenos, you fuck. Oh yeah, they can also stun lock you as well. Elden Ring bosses do, when they just hit you once, you get stun locked, and then they just proceed to beat you to death. So maybe this game's a Souls game. I'm just gonna say it's actually Souls like this now. If I have to roll to avoid combat, or to avoid something in combat, it's definitely a Souls game. I do have a heal, but I'm just trying to save that for now. Miss fighting the orcs. At least they were actually manageable. Don't think there's any turrets in this room. We look to be safe for now. I'll probably get to the next part of this, and then I'll probably call it a night, because I only intended on doing like one chapter of this tonight, but I've ended up doing like nearly, well,
There.
nearly
The command room is beyond those doors.
And those sentry guns.
These things are probably the hardest enemies in the game, to be fair. Can't heal while you're fighting. He's definitely a bit of an overshot. I'm not, you know, I'm not saying they should have put the whole regenerate over time, but they should have done something that you can heal. Like, even if they had an item, you know, in the game where you can use it to heal, but it is a little bit silly. Oh, sweet. Keeps trying to get me to go back to using them. Another purity seal. Sweet.
Very good. All the security measures will be down shortly, Captain.
Purge
I'm
the
afraid
enemy!
they were the only thing keeping the orcs outside, however.
But you will be able to fire the weapon.
Indeed.
We had better do so quickly. This place will be awash with orcs before long.
Of course. Security systems disabled.
Authorization recognized. Releasing safeguards.
Please proceed to the generator room.
Let's quickly just check. As you do. Right. This to me is screaming boss battle. I cannot remember this mission. I remember the first part of it, but I can never remember this part.
And we shall know no fear.
Damn orcs.
Very good. All the security measures will be down shortly, Captain. I'm afraid they were the only thing keeping the orcs outside, however.
Yes,
Adeptus Astartes recognized. Full access granted.
It's weird. I would have thought it would have actually saved after that point, but I guess not.
But you will be able to fire the weapon.
Indeed.
We had better do so quickly. This place will be awash with orcs before long.
Of course. Security systems disabled.
Authorization recognized. Releasing safeguards.
Please proceed to the generator room.
Squigs because they're arseholes.
Place the canister into its cradle inside the power core, Captain.
Do we risk exposure again?
Only if you drop the canister.
Yeah, let's not drop the canister. Sounds like a bad idea.
Very good, Captain. Your time carrying my power source is finally at an end.
I don't like this guy. He's a bit of a dick.
Stand clear. Psychic Scourge firing sequence commencing. Alarm. Structural damage. Warning. Emergency containment rights commencing.
Damnable thing!
What do you need me to do, Inquisitor?
You will need to manually restart the array alignment. Forcibly, if you must.
Where?
In the firing chamber. Board the lift, Ultramarines.
I think once we've done this, I'll probably call it after firing this thing. Just because I can't leave it on a cliffhanger like this. I can't just go, right, yeah, we're just going to end the stream here now, and then that's the end of
Captain,
that.
you must hurry. The damned orcs have cut the main conduits to the firing tower. You must reconnect the conduits, Captain, or we're facing an overload that will rip this planet apart.
Understood.
Those damn purple orcs that have sabotaged this.
Kill them all!
The chamber is infested.
Clear it out. No mercy.
Spice bullets! Hit him!
Yeah, this new bowler's an absolute beast.
Psychic Scourge firing sequence commencing.
Inquisitor, the conduits are reconnected.
Now, proceed to the main control panel.
Let's go press the big red button and fire this thing.
Weapons authorization confirmed.
Wherever this big red button actually is. It's a big green button. Kind of feel a little bit disappointed
Primary containment fixture disengaging. Firing sequence in progress.
There's the tower.
Firing now. Alarm.
Look at the spire.
That was a bit of a fuck up.
I've been looking for you, Space Marine. You got something of mine. Kill the Space Marine!
Well, that didn't look good. He's just sleeping, that orc's fine, don't worry. He's very tired. He was up all night drinking alcohol because he decided to stream Elden Ring and take shots whenever he died or killed boss. Perfectly fine. See, look, he's getting back up.
Why didn't it work?
Damn that Drogon! Never trust the Inquisition!
Words to
Stand
live by.
fast, Ultramarines. We can handle a few orcs.
Space Marine! Was that supposed to hurt?
Oh no. Yeah, he's not sleeping.
How
He's
is
dead.
this possible?
Ah! Ha-ha! You got new friends now, Space Marine!
I love that guy. Oh. Now we're in trouble.
Inquisitor!
Get back!
How heroic.
He's got a lovely face. Lovely face. It looks like
I have served
he was a
you
traitor
well,
all along. Probably explains why he was such a cunt.
I see. My servant did all that I hoped and more. But he would never have succeeded without you, Captain Titus. Thanks to these brave space marines, we have broken through to this reality. The blessed gateway. Clever fool. You seem surprisingly able to resist my touch, Titus of the Ultramarines. And that of the war, which impressed my servant to no end.
I really hope they elaborate more on this in the second game.
Inquisitor a traitor.
He was quite a cool.
But Drogon has been dead since before you first met. You have been used by my puppet of flesh and bone. Ah!
Yes. Warhawks.
I ain't so easy to kill.
And then both go.
Emperor,
Excellent.
protect us. We need an exit.
To the lift!
And I think this is a perfect time to end tonight's stream. And then we can pick up next time, and hopefully, I reckon we've probably only got 1 or 2 streams maybe with this. If I do another stream like this where I do it for a few hours, I reckon we've only got 1 stream. But if I do maybe 2 smaller streams of this, it's probably going to be more than that. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, I think we'll call it there for this stream. We'll obviously go back to this checkpoint where we were and go from there with it. But I'm quite enjoying it. Like I say, even though I've completed this game a few times, I do really enjoy it. Like the combat in this it's quite satisfying. It's very similar in ways to like God of War, that you feel like you're an absolute badass, and I quite like that in certain games. It's not too easy either. Like there's bits of the game that are a little bit difficult. Most of the first half of the game is very, very easy. Like the bit that I've already done, that's the easy bit done now, and now it gets actually quite difficult. So I am kind of glad that I didn't do it on hard, just because there's loads of really annoying parts of the game, like with those turrets. If I was doing them turrets on hard, I reckon they would have been causing me a hell of a lot more problems than I had. I probably wouldn't have been able to use the hammer either. I would have had to go full range just to take them out, which does make it a lot easier, that bit, I will say. Let me just change the screens. There we go. Oh, look at that. I actually remembered to use the ending soon screen this time, which I never use. But yeah, thanks everyone who's watching, who's essentially came to watch me doing this. I know it's not getting as many views as other streams that I've done, sort of doing Rust, and Elden Ring seems to be very popular. I do seem to get quite a lot of views of that, but you know, it's been relatively fun, and I will see you all in the near future, I hope. Farewell.